it's George at Aston Martin Bristol, and I'm going to be showing you some of my favourite little details and facts about this, the new Aston Martin DBX. First impression sitting behind the wheel of the new Aston Martin DBX is it's very, very fresh. Even for the most accustomed and familiar Aston Martin owner, there's some stuff in here that's very, very new. For example, the new air vent registers, very tidy and smart and give a nice clean look to the interior. Also, whole new infotainment system. So the infotainment system now has Apple CarPlay, and you've got a whole fresh look on here as well with a new upgraded navigation system and a widescreen. The Aston Martin DBX is still a handcrafted motor vehicle, and the ability of a handcrafted motor vehicle, it allows you, the customer, to choose exactly what you want. Endless levels of customization and personalization to create a true individual motor car. This particular car has the DB Elegance pack, which includes this beautiful quilting on the seats. You can have perforations, you can have brogue detailing inlay, contrast stitching, including DBX and the Aston Martin logos embroidered into the headrests, as well as different trims, paint colours. The options are just literally endless. Another little feature that I really like on the car is not actually the incredible foot space that I'm currently sat in, it's actually this. Underneath this floating dash there is this storage space. So you know when you get into a car and sometimes you've got like little items that you don't want to put in the boot or on the seat, like keys, wallet, phone, handbag, iPad perhaps, things like that. They can just sit in this nice little cubby hole underneath the dash, nice and convenient. Another thing, when was the last time you saw frameless doors on an SUV? And the doors go upwards in a swan motion like the GT and sports cars. Another cool fact is this centre pillar here is finished in actual glass, which means that when front and rear windows are up, it all seamlessly falls into one lovely blend of glass across the side of the car, giving that coupe look. But one other little feature I'll show you as well, come a bit closer. Let's say you're going through that muddy field or across the country estate to a polo match or something, and you've got mud splattering up the side of the car, a common thing you see on a lot of Range Rovers and SUVs. Well, when you open this car, the sill remains perfectly intact and clean because the underside of the car curls underneath and captures all of that dirt and filth. Not only that, your rear passengers have a feature and benefit that I've discovered too. If you open up the rear door, how many times have you got into the rear of an SUV and you've had to clamber over an awkward wheel arch intrusion? This car has a perfect aperture to get in and out, nice and easy, without having to get over one of those. One of the things that was really important about DBX as well is driving dynamics. One thing that I took away from driving the DBX was how much it feels like our current generation of sports cars, because the DBX, despite being an SUV, has the ability to be 100% rear wheel drive. So when you're driving the car in a GT mode or a sport mode on the road, it feels absolutely sensational to drive. And that's not just because it's got that incredible 4-litre twin-turbo V8 engine, which is now producing a little bit north of 550 horsepower. It also has the new 9-speed gearbox as well. But it's not just a sports car to drive, it's also a true off-road vehicle as well. I've driven the car off-road. It has 95mm of adjustability on the suspension ride height, and also it has a transfer case, so it can transfer up to 47% of the power to the front wheels in 0.2 of a second, perfect for those tricky off-road situations. This car has a 638-litre capacity boot, perfect for stuff like this, which is taken out of it. But it doesn't stop there, because the boot has its own little features as well. Power tailgate, standard equipment. If you come inside, there's a set of buttons here, and these detach the seats, which fold down completely flat, as you can see. And also you've got adjustment here, so if you are putting something heavy or bulky into the rear of the car, you can lower the car because it has air suspension from the boot and raise it again, which is a nice feature. You'll see some new buttons in the Aston Martin DBX you might not have seen before in Aston Martins, because there's some new features, especially some new safety technology that's on this car that we haven't yet seen. In fact, there's so much new safety equipment on the DBX that they've actually given us a little booklet to remember them all. So there's got adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, blind spot warning, traffic sign recognition, automatic high beam, door exit warning, autonomous emergency braking, rear cross traffic warning, and SOS emergency control. Class leading is a common phrase used when describing the Aston Martin DBX. One of the class leading features is legroom and headroom. And if I was to tell you this car's got more legroom and headroom than Range Rover, that'd be impressive in itself. But how about this? The Aston Martin DBX has more legroom and headroom than the long wheelbase Range Rover Autobiography. Another popular thing about DBX is the high level of standard equipment. Not only all the safety features I mentioned earlier and that power tailgate, you also got this, fully panoramic glass roof, standard equipment on the DBX, lets a lot of light in for all the occupants, both in the front and rear, and gives a lovely view to the outside world. So hopefully you've learned more than a couple of things new about the Aston Martin DBX in this video today. It is here, and we really enjoyed showing it to customers this week. However, there is a test drive event on the near horizon, so stay tuned for plenty more content from Dick Lovett and Aston Martin Bristol, and hopefully an opportunity to test drive the Aston Martin DBX very soon and discover it for yourself. Cheers.